Well, how about that pop that greets the #1 UFC middleweight contender? He has emerged through the gauntlet at 185 pounds, and tonight, that elusive crack at UFC Gold.
Just getting here is an accomplishment because the waters are shark infested. Every single time you walk into the octagon, you are challenged at the highest level. So to get here is one thing. It's another thing to become the champion. He feels like tonight is his night to complete the journey, to finish writing his story and walking away with a championship belt.
There is a little bit of friction on this matchup, but most people would argue if any athlete is well equipped to bottle that emotion and realize success on a big stage, it is this #1 contender. Those questions give way to answers here in a moment. All right, so the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best. From the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut or more difficult than ones prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Joe Body Bag Pyfer. And now here's the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robinson.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here we go with this highly anticipated stand-up only event. You got to play by the rules here. There aren't a ton of them, but there is no grappling of any type, either on the feet or on the ground. Fighters cannot do follow-up strikes on the floor as well, so that bears watching here as round 1 gets underway.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
High amplitude elbow here, it's blocked. All right, so a quiet pedestrian start to this fight, DC. Maybe too much respect on both sides. What do you see?
Too much respect, and you saw it in the build-up. They were hugging at the weigh-ins. It's almost like we're watching friends. You guys are here to fight. Get going, start to implement the kicks.
And back to his feet. Big elbow there. That's a huge connection there, DC. He is hurt.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Oh, punches and bunches. Rips the body there. Going for the finish. Oh, huge left.
Oh, nice right hand. This is a great fight.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stung pretty good. got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now. Big right hand. He's hurt bad. Oh!
Straight punch is good.
We can win this round. I need you to get the center down.
Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. Damage done. Nice.
Oh, man, he's hurt.
Ooh, he landed a huge hook there.
Oh. Oh.
All right, breaking the action here. No surprise to see the referee call for the doctor to look at that eye, which is essentially swollen shut at this point.
Yeah, it's swollen shut. I mean, the inswell is not working. Sometimes the swelling is too much, and you have to save the fighter from themselves.
Well, we'll see if the doctor allows the fight to continue. It looks as though he will. Crowd loves it when the doctor lets the fight continue, don't they?
I love it. I love it when you let it continue, especially when you have a fight that has been as fun as this one to this point.
All right, so the ref will get the action.
Oh, he can't even stand.
10 seconds to go in the round.
He's hurt. He's wobbling.
Oh, saved by the bell. That's the end of the round, and thankfully for him, it came at the right time. He got knocked down just before the horn. We'll see if his corner can keep him in the fight. Just 60 seconds with which to recover here before the next round. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Well, this is crazy that this fight is still going on. An appreciative crowd obviously getting behind both fighters. Both guys just brawling like crazy in that previous round.
They both came with an idea that they were collecting $50,000 extra. And right now, I am certain that they're both going to receive that check.
Well, an incredible fight thus far. Oh, he gets up. The question is for how long? Big hook. Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses. That is it!
Holy smokes!
All right, we go inside the octagon now where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 28 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robinson.
And still the king of the 185-pounders. There he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to feel pretty good. There were a lot of people backing the #1 contender coming in.